What's up guys, Alex here, GuitarForce.com. So today we're going to take a look at the song called And the Address by Deep Purple. And it's not really a song, it's more of an instrumental piece of music, but it's a really cool one. It's got a couple of cool riffs and also a few sections and a little solo, which we're all going to break down in this lesson. And this was requested and supported by longtime supporter Roland, so huge thanks goes out to him for the support. And if you're going to need the tabs, they're going to be available at GuitarForce.com or on my Patreon page. All of the links are going to be in the description box down below. Unfortunately, I don't have the backing track, so we're just going to have to deal with the guitar samples. For the sound, I was using the VST plugin Guitar Rig as usual, and I'm going to show you the preset, the picture of the preset right now. We're going to be in standard tuning, so while you're checking out the picture of the preset, I'm going to play you my low E string so you can tune up and play along with this lesson. Alright, so now let's go for the close-up and start the lesson. Alright, so as usual we're going to break up this song into parts. We're going to start off with the intro part. We have some chords, a little bit slowed down tempo. So the first part of the intro starts like this. Alright, so here we have 4 chords. We start off with the E power chord here in the 7th position. So we hit the chord, let it ring out, and then in the end he plays just quick strumming the chord again, quickly, then moving up to the F power chord, and we do the same thing. Then we move down to the D power chord, and then we have the last chord, which is B. We hit this chord, we let it ring out, then the drums come in, the tempo goes a little bit faster, and then we have the next part of the intro, which goes like this. Okay, so here starts off on the D string, 9 frets, then we go to the G, 7, 9, then quick bend up, kind of half a step bend, bring down, pull off, back to the 9th fret, 7th fret, adding some vibrato. Then we have, so here going down on the D string, 9, 8, 7 to the 5th fret, and between these notes we have little rests. So we have, and we play them also on the off beat. So we have, then we have 5, 7, 5 pull off, then we go to the A string, we have a quick bend with a semi kind of vibrato, so bend it up, bring it down quickly, pull off to 5, back to 7th fret, and then we have 2 more chords, D, and back to the B chord. And this last note, you can play it as a single note or you can play it as a power chord. Like that. Okay, so that's the intro part. So one more time, these 2 parts all together, I'm gonna go like this. Alright, so after that we move on into the next section, section A, which is kind of rhythm guitar going on there. So we have, before going into the riff, we have so this part, so sliding into the 5th fret on the A string, and then we alternate that with the 7th fret on the low E string. So we do it 2 times. Then we go to the D string, 5th fret with a slight bend. So we have, and then we go into the rhythm part. So now there are 2 ways how you can play this part actually. So if you just listen to the guitar is just playing. So lightly palm muted, and he plays only on the low E string, 8th notes. But the second way, and the way I played it before that with the chord, this chord is actually played by the organ, by the keyboards. So technically it's not played by the guitar, but you can use it as well playing with the guitar, and it just sounds cool. So the chord is the dominant 7 sharp 9, the Jimi Hendrix chord. And so if you would use the chord with the riff, then it's going to be like this. We have 2 low E's, 8th notes palm muted. Then we play the chord 2 times. Then we play the low E string, the 8th notes, 4 more notes of these. Then we play the chord again 2 times, and right after the chord we go into this transitioning part. So all in all together, that's all they play during this part. So slowly the whole riff is going to be like this with the chord. Alright, after this part we go into the next section, section B. And by the way, before we go into section B, this transitioning part is not played. Okay, so before going into the next part, into section B, we don't play this transitioning part the last time. So the section B part is gonna go like this. Alright, so here in this part we have the first 2 bars. So we slide into the 9th fret on the G string, then we go to the 7th fret, then we go to the D string 9th fret, stay on this note for the whole bar, and then we have, so on the same string we play 9, 7, 5, then we have, so sliding into the 7th fret on the A string, alternating that with the 5th fret on the D string, and we do it 2 times. And then we have a slide into the 12th fret on the D string, going back to the 9th fret. Adding some vibrato, then we hit that note, and then we have, so 9, 7, 5 on the D string. Then we have a quick bend and release on the 7th fret, pull off to the 5th fret. Then we play 7, 5 on the A string, and then we end with these 3 chords, E, D, and B. Or you can play just a single note after, and then play D and the B chord. And then we have, so this transitioning part, and we go back to playing the previous riff. So one more time, this section B, all of the parts together. I'm going to go like this. Alright, so after that we go back to playing the previous riff, so from the section A, exactly the same thing, nothing changes there. So we have again the same thing. So we play this part again for 4 times, and the last time, again, we don't play the transitioning part. And then we go back to playing section B, which is practically the same with the exception of there is a different ending. So this part is exactly the same. It's that ending after that, after we slide into this note, we then have. So here is slightly different. So we slide into the 12, back to 9, and then we have, so 8 to 7 on the same string, adding some vibrato, and then we have 5, and then, so this part is also the same as in the first one. So bend up, release, pull off to the 5th fret on the D string, then we go to the A7, 5, and then again 3 chords, E, D, and the B. So one more time, playing the section B, the second ending, it's going to go like this, all of the parts together. So it goes like this. Alright, so after this part, we finish off on the B chord, B power chord. So we stay on this chord for 2 bars, and then we go into the solo. So the solo we're going to break up into phrases. So it starts off with the first phrase which goes like this. Okay, so here we're sliding into the 14th fret on the G string, and we are bending up full step. Then we go 1 fret up to the 15th, and we bend it again a whole step, adding some vibrato, and then we have, so moving 1 more fret to the 16th fret on the G string, we bend it up step and a half, gradual release, pull off to 14, and then we go to the D string, playing 16, 14, 12, adding some vibrato. Then we go back to the 14th fret, we hit the note, we let it ring out, then we play a quick bend up and down and adding some vibrato. So this first phrase one more time, gonna go like this. Then we move on to the next phrase, which goes like this. Alright, so here we start off with the 14-16 on the D string. Then we bend it up that note, full step, add some vibrato. Then we have 2 notes here on the G string, 14th fret, full step. And then we do the same with the 15th fret. And then we bend it up, we release it. Then we go back to the D string, 16th fret. Then we have a quick hammer-on pull-off, 14, 16, 14, and slide down to the 12th fret. And then we play 14 frets, pick it second time, bend it up, and add some vibrato. So all together, one more time, this phrase slowly goes like this. Alright, so the next part goes like this. Alright, so here we start off with, again, D string, 16, 14, 16. Then we have a pre-bend on the string on the same note. So we pre-bend the string, hit it, bring it down, go to 14, add some vibrato. Then we have 16 on the A, 14, 16 on the D, slide into the 18th fret, adding some vibrato, and then we do the same. We slide into 16th fret now on the G string, and here he uses very kind of quick vibrato, which is it has a unique sound if you listen carefully. So yeah, so these two notes are played with this kind of vibrato. So 18 on the D and 16 on the G string. So that's that part. So one more time, this phrase. Then we continue with the next part, and it goes like this. So here we have 16, 14, 16 on the G string. Then we bend up the string, 16th fret, then play 17, again 16th fret, just hitting the 16th fret, then bending up again, full step, then again 17th fret. Then we go to high E string 15, to the B string 15th fret, hitting that note, and then we have the bend, step and a half, then we play 15, 13, then going to the G string we have, so quick pull off 16 to 14, going to the D string 16, back to the G 16, 14, 16, and bend it up. So this part is a little bit tricky in terms of rhythm. It's got that kind of triplet feel to it in the after these three notes. So we have, so these notes with the bends are played in a triplet feel. Okay, so we have, and then we go into straight. Sorry. So this part is back to the normal rhythm. So quarter notes, eighth notes, and things like that. But that part is played with the triplets. So the last note we have is 16 on the G string, bend, and we stay on this note for the whole bar. And then for the ending of the solo, we have the next couple of phrases which go like this. Alright, so here we're sliding into 18th frets on the high E string. Then we go to the B, we play 19, 17, 19, and that note, last one, we add vibrato. Then we have 20th fret on the B string, step and a half, bend it up and gradual release. And then we have, so 18, 16 on the G string, and then we have 19 frets on the D with a slide, bend, and slide out. Alright, so one more time, this phrase, whole phrase, slowly gonna go like this. Alright, so that's the whole solo. Now I'm gonna play all of the parts, all of the phrases together, back to back, slowly. I'm gonna go like this. Alright, so right after the solo we go back to playing the part of the intro where we have this. This part is exactly the same, then we get into the riff again with the transitioning part. So exactly the same thing. Then we have section B again, where we have so this part we have the second ending where we have the 8th fret to the 7th, and the rest is the same. And then after that part we go into the keyboard solo, and now the whole harmony goes into F sharp. So the guitar is not playing there, it's silent, but you can still kind of play, you know, something like that. You know, just playing on the lower strings of the F sharp power chord. Something like that, but you don't have to play. So after that we go back again to the intro part. So we have, and we get into the riff again. So exactly the same thing, and then we have section B again. And here actually he's just playing one note, so goes into the 9th fret on the G, stays for the whole bar, so without the 7th, going back to the 7th fret, then 9, the rest is the same. And then we have, so here slightly different ending, so after the slide 12 to 9, then we have 8 to 7, and then we play 5, 7, and then he adds the trill. So the trill is between 5th and 7th frets. The rest is the same. We have the same ending with the chords, so E, D into B. After that we go into the last part of the song, the ending. So basically we repeat these 3 chords again. Then we have so this progression. So we play between D and E for 3 times. So it's that E, D, E, D, E, D, then again E, then we go to the G chord, then we have, this is the B, flat, going to A, G, E, D, and then the last chord is going to be E, so you can play either here or you can play here. And then he goes into these kind of trills that he does over the minor pentatonic. So something like that. So trills on the pentatonic. So here between 10 and 12 on the A, then 12, 14. Then we go up a string, D string 12, 14. G, then on the B between 12 and 15. Something like that, and then plays this lick. So high E 12, then pull off on the B string 15 to 12, G string 14 bent up, high E 12, and then gradual bend on the 15th fret on the B string. And that's basically how they end the song. So one more time, the whole ending is going to go like this. Alright guys, so that was it for this lesson. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. Also comment, share, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar lessons. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.